Good morning, guys. In this video, I'm going to provide more examples about factorizing in algebraic expressions. In the previous video, you have in YouTube, you have the step-by-step explanation about how to get the factors of algebraic expression. Why do we need to factorize? Yeah, you have that explanation there. But while I am doing the problem, I'm going to refer again to this kind of comments. Right now, I'm going to write an expression x squared minus 9. Yeah. In this expression, um, we need to identify a case of factorization that is difference squared. As I said before, we need to identify the components of the expressions. For example, the value of it is a and this is c. In this kind of expression, we don't have b, okay? We don't have a b. Therefore, for this expression, we cannot apply the x magic. We need to apply a different concept. The concept is, as we know, factorizing is when we get brackets from algebraic expressions. In this sense, we're going to get brackets from this expression. Again, I'm going to write the expression x squared minus 9. Create two brackets. As you see, we have x squared, that means an x is over here, and an x is over here. Okay. Finally, applying our concept of a square, different square, is looking for two equal numbers, which answer is 9. Therefore, we have 3 times 3. Okay. In this sense, the 1 3 is over here, and the another 3 is over here. What is the symbol? Always when you have in the middle a negative symbol, the symbol for the brackets is minus and plus. In different order it is the same. Okay. Now, after getting the brackets, remember we need to make equal this to 0. We need to find the roots or zeros. That is corresponding to the values that are crossing a curve. Okay, by doing the representation again. Just every time I will repeat this because it's really important. And you factorize and you find the values for the x are the values that are crossing the x-axis. Okay, we have two values because if you see the expression, we gave two values for the x. Okay, how to get this? Right, and get the previous answer is x minus 3 and x plus 3. Yeah. Now make each bracket equal to 0. That means x minus 3 equals 0. That is corresponding to this bracket. And then x plus 3 equal to 0. That corresponds to this bracket. And then applying opposite operations, we will have, for this, applying opposite operation, I'm going to write again opposite operation, we will have x minus 3 equals 0. Opposite operation means the value for the x is equal to 3. Why? Because minus 3 is passing through the other side to add. Okay, therefore it's plus 3. And here we have our first value for the x. Second value for the x is taking this one. That is x plus 3 equals 0. Opposite operation passing to the side to be minus x equal minus 3. And finally, we got the values for the x. And if you refer to the curve, we have that this value is x equal minus 3, and this value is x equal 3, okay? Because it's in the positive side, in the negative side, okay? That's all, guys, for this example. Now we are gonna do a second example. The second example is taking the following: 2x when we have a number that is different to 1, 2x squared plus 7x plus 3, okay? In this case, we're going to apply the x magic because it's going to be useful and easier to understand how to get the values for the x. At first, we need to create the x. I'm going to create the x over here. Remember, what you have at the top is the multiplication between the component A to C, okay? In the quadratic formula or in the algebraic expression. What you have below is the component B. That is the term that contains the x. To the sides, we have in this number that is corresponding to the numbers that after multiplying we get this product, and adding we get the b, okay? And below then is the value of a and value of a. If you see, I make a structure of the x magic. Now we're gonna refer to the expression. Identify that a, this is a, okay? The value for the x is b, and the value along without an x is c, okay? Now we are going to apply the structure. A times c, I have referred to this, a times c is equal to 6, yeah, because 2 times 3 is 6, and the value for b is 7, okay? Now, and it is really important, we need to find two numbers after multiplying. We can get 6, and adding or subtracting we get 7. In this step is trial and error. Try to get the values and try different components. In this sense, we will have two values that multiply in 6 and subtracting 7. 7 times 1 is 6, you see, and 6 times 1 is 6, and 6 plus 1 is 7. We get the values 6 and 7. Therefore, the numbers is 6 and 1, 6 and 1. Then we are gonna write the numbers over here, 6 and 1. Okay. And finally, below we are gonna write the values for a. What is the value for a? Again, the value for a is 2. Therefore, I'm gonna remove the a, and instead of writing the a, we are gonna write the 2 and 2. And finally, we're gonna write the brackets. We're gonna create the brackets. And I said before, the value of the denominator are the values for the x. Yeah. But taking into account something, it is really important. If you see this fraction, if you analyze this fraction, we can simplify this fraction. 6 times 2 is 3 over 1. The idea is that you need to, if you see, you can simplify the fraction, find the simplest form of the fraction, because you're going to make a mistake by writing numbers without simplification. You need to simplify always this expression. Therefore, now, with the final expression in this side, this fraction, we will have this one is over here, 1x plus 3, correspond to this fraction. Now, this fraction is 2x plus 1. Okay, we have our factorization product, and finally we need to find the roots. Remember, the roots is that is corresponding to the points, again, the points that are crossing the x-axis. Okay, we need to find those values. Why to find the values? Take the brackets. We have 1x plus 3 and make it equal to 0. Equal to 0, this one. And then take this one, the second bracket, that is 2x plus 1 equals 0. When you have this expression on this way, you can eliminate the brackets. Okay? We don't need the brackets. Okay. Now, apply opposite operation. In this sense means the number 3 that is adding pass to the other side to be minus. 1x equal minus 3. And in this case, x is equal to minus 3. For this case, for example, we have plus 1. Plus 1 passing to be minus. That is 2x equal minus 1. And then in this case, if you see, we have a 2 that is multiplying the x and pass to divide the minus 1. Finally, the answer is x equal minus 1 divided by 2. And then we get the roots, the zeros, or the values for x. Okay? Okay, 2 different problems in different situations. I hope this video has been useful for you. And have a nice day. Thank you, guys.